government specifies details around its planned 20 trillion yen in GX bond issuance as related legislature goes up before Parliament. The government plans to issue new bonds and impose surcharges on importers of fossil fuels to help move Japanese society toward decarbonization. These plans were included in the outline of a bill to promote Prime Minister Fumio Kishida's green transformation policy, according to sources. The legislation will be a key focus of the Kishida administration during the ordinary Diet session to convene on January 23. According to one estimate, about 150 trillion yen, $1.2 trillion, in investments from the public and private sectors will be needed over the next decade for the green transformation. The bill will call for creating a carbon pricing system within 2 years after enactment of the Green Transformation Promotion Law. The government plans to issue about 20 trillion yen in bonds over 10 years from fiscal 2023, and use the funds to support companies as they move toward decarbonization. Under the plan, the bonds would be repaid by fiscal 2050 through two measures under the carbon pricing plan. Japan posts 20 trillion yen trade deficit for 2022, due largely to a surge in energy commodity prices and a weak yen. Japan has posted its biggest annual trade deficit on record. The weaker yen and soaring energy prices were mostly to blame. Preliminary data released by the Finance Ministry shows a trade deficit of almost 20 trillion yen for 2022. That's the equivalent of about $155 billion. The deficit is the largest since comparable data became available in 1979. Imports surged 39.2% in yen terms. Costs for crude oil, coal, and liquefied natural gas were up significantly. The weaker yen also contributed to the increase. This outpaced an 18.2% increase in exports. Ex-Minister of METI calls on Japan to use more biofuels as an alternative to EVs and says nation could better deploy abandoned arable land. Japan's Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry proposed an update to Japan's biofuel standards from Japan's fiscal year 2023 through 2027. Based on received public comments, METI will revise the contents in the proposed biofuel standards and open a second and final public comment period within a few weeks.